Hi Megan and Veronica, thanks for taking time to chat with us. Congrats on the win. Going back to the last two matches in the back-to-back losses, everyone had said basically it was a poor start that kind of led to those losses. Today, much better start, much stronger response after conceding the first goal. So just both of your just overall thoughts on how the team performed today.
Do you want to take it?
The woman of the hour, have at it.
I think that going into this game this week, we just kind of stripped it all back and went back to the basics and focused on what the foundation of the Reign is, and that is how hard we work defensively, and just kind of like falling back on that. And the first goal, I think everybody just had the mindset of we're not losing this game, and we just kept putting our foot on the gas, and I think that you guys could see that.
2 goals in 3 minutes for you in the second half. Must have been a fantastic 5 minutes, including a banger from outside the box. I just want to get your thoughts on those 2 goals.
Honestly, I didn't know that it was within 3 minutes. That once the sun came out, felt pretty long, that second half. So
It was hot.
yeah, it was getting a little warm out there, but honestly, just happy that get our team out of the tying zone and into the winning zone. And honestly, put everything on a dime, so it was pretty easy.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kawhi a bit to do with that, Ronnie. That was fire. That was so nice.
For Megan, speaking of putting things on a dime, you're now the 5th player to have 3 assists in a game. I know we talked about passing yesterday, but just in terms of what you were seeing out there, in terms of space that was available.
I think in the previous games, honestly, a lot of this season, I haven't gotten into the pockets as much as I normally do. And that is just kind of my bread and butter. It's so dangerous. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense. We can get moving a little bit and get a little bit more fluid. So I feel like I was just able to find those pockets and get into those a little bit more. We talk a lot about near post runs, and it just opens everything up. Obviously, Elise's goal came off a near post run, but if we don't have that, Ronnie doesn't score that goal. If we don't have people threatening him behind, we can't find people at the top of the box. So I think just in general, our movement was a lot better today, and our exploiting of different spaces, and just, whatever they want to leave open, we're going to find that. So I think that's kind of what I was trying to focus on, put a lot of pressure on their back line and on their goalkeeper. And then obviously they do all the hard work and getting in front of people or hitting bangers from outside. We had a couple of bangers today. I was like, Quinn, excuse me. Oh my God. On the eve of Pride Month. Big gay goal. I just love it. It's like, this is too good. But yeah, just try to be dangerous in those pockets and always put pressure on the defense, whatever they want to give us.
Hi, Megan and Veronica. Thank you for taking my question. How did it feel to come through for the team and score and assist after those 2 big losses? And if we're scoring 4 goals a game, are we going to get a team gritty after one of those goals?
Maybe after a few more wins, we could get a team gritty. We had to, we got thoroughly humbled last week. So it's fucking legal to do that to you real quick. Yeah, maybe eventually we're gonna put that in the back pocket. We're gonna get boats on that.
For you, Veronica, when I talked to you on Tuesday, still felt like you were taking the loss over the weekend pretty hard. I'm wondering if you use that to help motivate you in this game. You had also said that your teammates were keeping you in a more positive spirit about it. Did you sort of use the past losses as motivation, or just come out with a completely new mindset to score, obviously the game-winning goal and then an extra insurance goal just to be safe?
Completely new mindset. You just when there are games like that, you can't dwell on it. And I took my time to dwell, and then came back to training, and I was ready and prepared to go for Angel City. And that's just the way you have to go about it.
How important was it to change the narrative internally or externally after the last 2 weeks, going into a week where you have 3 matches and the rivalry game next Saturday with what appears to be a sellout of the whole stadium?
Yeah, I think it's really, really important. I mean, you're going to have periods in the season that are just tough. Sometimes you eke out a win, or you're not playing well, or tie, or lose a couple games, or get bopped like we did. So you got to be able to weather that. Like V said, I mean, you can feel it, but the quicker you get over it and figure out where things went wrong and what we can do better, I think the better. And just having that like next one up mindset is really important. To your point, these games come fast and thick always, it seems like, and obviously a huge rivalry game coming up, but another game midweek. So it's important for us to have this good feeling as well. I mean, it's tough. I mean, I think just in general, there's been a lot swirling around the club for a number of weeks and months, obviously with the sale and the news of Michelle Kang, and it's hard not to let it seep in somehow and in some ways. So I think for us to be able to get back into just a good feeling and a good vibe, and have people scoring goals and scoring really good goals, like that'll be a good locker room fodder, I think, for the week, and just kind of lift our spirits a little bit when it was a tough moment, especially at home, to lose like that last weekend. So to be able to rebound from that, and the only silver lining really is that we don't have to ever see that shirt Laura was wearing, because that was terrible. So that's a plus. It was terrible. It was so bad. Oh, no wonder we lost, Laura. Fucking Laura's fault. You guys know.
Oh my God.
Megan, I'm just curious, Veronica coming over last year, an established player in this league, but just how have you seen her evolve in her role here to establish herself, and what have you learned about her over the last year or so?
Ronnie's a totally sane person. Mostly. No. For real. I mean, V has been so good for us. So good for us this year. Having to adapt a lot, play a couple different positions, play kind of new things that we're asking, scoring goals, putting pressure on the defense, getting assists, just always being there. Super professional. Obviously, you don't stay in this league if you're not good and smart and professional and show up the way that we need. So I think in an environment where we kind of have some older players, but a lot of younger players as well, Ronnie just always keeps the bar really high and pushes everyone, and make sure that we have a lot to laugh with Ronnie about. But wild shit always happens to you. It's so funny. Her car got stolen earlier this year. It's insane. Yeah. But yeah, just good energy and a good vibe, and just a good person, and then on the field obviously making a huge impact in so many ways.
We'll take two more, one from Jacob, and then we'll come here on Zoom. Go ahead, Jacob.
Veronica, just a couple weeks ago, you were sitting here with player of the match honors with the goal and assist. Today, now you have a brace. Are you low-key checking off individual accomplishments this season, and that the hat-tricks come in at some point?
Honestly, I just want our team to win, and especially winning the league, winning the championship, and winning the Challenge Cup, because the Challenge Cup, especially with the $1 million prize, sounds really, really nice. And that I just want our team to win. So if I can help our team win, that's all that matters.
All right, and we'll take the last one here on Zoom from Theo. Theo, go ahead.
Hi, 25 shots today, 11 on target. That's more than double last week in both accounts, and a lot more than any other game for the Reign this year. Was there any kind of tactics building up to today about getting more shots off? Obviously, the quality was exceptional, but the big shot count today.
I think what V said, just starting with what we're always about, which is being one of the toughest teams defensively in the league. If you don't have the ball, you can't shoot it. So I think for us, it's been a little tough. We've been overthinking, I think, a little bit on offense, and not really being able to get into our groove there, and then not doing the things defensively on that side of the ball that you need to do to win, and just being in our heads a little bit. So I think just kind of stripping it back, like Ronnie said, and being able to do the little things, stepping, pressuring, double back, getting into tackles, winning those, kind of doing all the little dirty things in the game, allow us to be able to play higher up and have that joy. That's the earned part of the game, being able to, get shots off and crosses and have our joy up there, but it starts on the other side of the ball for us.
All right, that's it for questions.